Hello and welcome to my channel Learn Maths with Hira. We have started the GCSE Math series and today we will discuss about the types of number. In types of number, we will read about the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational and irrational number as well. So let's start with natural numbers. Natural numbers are the numbers that start from 1 and it goes to infinity. For example, our numbers are because it's starting from 1, so 1, 2, 3, and it goes on and on. Okay, and some examples for natural numbers are, let's say we have a number 23, that is your natural number. We have a number 58, that is also your natural number. If you have a number 5 or 2, that is also your natural number. Similarly, we will have other examples as well, that will be the part of our natural numbers. So next is the whole numbers. So the whole numbers are the numbers that will start from 0. So it's basically all the natural numbers with a 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and it goes on and on. And if we write the examples, so 0 is our whole number. If you write 57, it's also our whole number. If we write 69, that's also our whole number. Similarly, the 500, that is also our whole number. Okay. Next is the integers. Integers are basically the whole numbers and the negatives of the whole numbers as well. For example, let's say we have the whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and it goes on and on. Similarly, we will have the negative of the numbers as well. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and it goes on. Okay, so you have the negative numbers as well and the positive numbers as well in your integers. So if you want to write some examples of integers, that will be 57, you have negative 59, you can have 0, you can have negative 1, you can have negative 100. So all of these numbers are your integers. Then is the next one is the rational numbers. So all of the numbers are either rational or irrational. So the rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction. So the numbers that can be written as a fraction. So the numbers that can be written as a fraction, it can be a fraction, it can be a recurring number, it can be an integer as well. How? Let's discuss some examples. So let's choose some integer. Let's say we are taking 2. So you know that we can write 2 divided by, if there is not any number, we can write 1. If you don't have any number, it means you have 1. So it's 2 over 1, which means it's in fraction. So it means 2 is your rational number. Similarly, you have a fraction of 1 by 3 because this is your fraction. It means that's also your rational number. And we can have another number 7 over 8, that is also a rational number. And if we have a number 0.21 and the bar over it, the bar means that 21 is continuing. If you want to write it, so it's like 0.212121, like that. So it goes on and on. This is also your rational number because when we will solve it, we will get a fraction. So it is a fraction of some number. So that's why this number is a rational number. Similarly, 0.5, this is also your rational number. Why? Because you can also write it as 5 over 10 because that is a fraction. It means that this is your rational number. Another example can be square root of 4. Why square root of 4 is a rational number? Because you can write this square root of 4 as 2 square, and the square root and the square cancels out. So you are only left with 2. So because it's just 2 and 2 can be written as 2 over 1. So it's a rational number. Next is the irrational numbers. The irrational numbers are the numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. So the numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. For example, if we take a number square root of 2, because we cannot solve it, the square root of 2 is not, it does not give us any exact answer. When you solve it, it will give you the decimal. So that's why the square root of 2 is just an irrational number, and we cannot write it as a fraction. So that's why it's a irrational number. Then you can also have negative square root of 11, because it will also give you a decimal value which cannot be written as a fraction. Other examples of irrational numbers are pi, because the value of pi is 3.14159, and it goes on, and it's a different number, it's not repeated numbers. And the other example might have the numbers 2.010010001, and it goes on and on. This is also not your irrational not your rational number, and it's your irrational number because it cannot be written as a fraction. I hope the concepts are clear to you. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment sections, and let's check your knowledge or how much you know by answering the following questions. You can answer the questions in the comment sections. So the question one is, which of the following numbers are rational numbers? So the numbers we are given are 500 minus 15 square root of 2, 1 over 4, 0.5, negative 2.50. Question number 2 is, the number 1 falls into all of the following except which group? Option A is integers, option B is whole numbers, option C is natural numbers, and option D is irrational numbers. That's it for today.